Philadelphia, the city of cheesesteaks, a big bell that doesn't even work. And the reason for my trip, SEPTA. This agency operates 2 metro lines, one of the largest trolley systems in North America, a massive regional rail system, and whatever the hell the Norristown high-speed line is. SEPTA manages to do all of this despite having a budget of $7 and a floppy high five. Oh, and there's also like Patco and the River Line in New Jersey, but that's New Jersey. Me and my friend 29 down the line went to Philadelphia to check this system out. We rode pretty much everything except for the trolley buses, trackless trolleys. Here's part 1 of that adventure, here at Philadelphia's 30th Street Station. I just got to William H. Gray, Philadelphia 30th Street Station, something like that. According to Miles in Transit, this is the country's best train station. To what extent being sarcastic, I do not know. But I got a few goals. 1, find a bathroom. 2, find a Dr. Pepper. 3, do a station review. Bathroom wasn't in the best condition, but it was reasonably clean. Can't say the same for DC Union Station yesterday. Really? There's not a better solution than that? It'll be me later today getting back onto DC. So I'm seeing they got the little stalls for shops. I wonder if there's going to be like DC, New York, where there's just a whole ass Walgreens somewhere. I don't know, we'll wander around and see. I don't think so, but there might be a wing over here that I can't see because there was on that side. Wow, do you guys think there's a Dunkin' in here? Alright, I think it's time to drastically overpay for a Dr. Pepper at Hudson. Bro, that was $4.43 for a Dr. Pepper. Who the hell would pay that much for a Dr. Pepper? So I appear to have ended up somewhere in the guts of 30th Street Station. I'm not sure where I came in at. I came in through the metro entrance after going outside, or the Market Frankfurt line entrance, whatever. It appears this is the station for SEPTA. I bought a key card. I was looking for the day pass. There was one fare machine. I don't know if they don't give out key cards at the fare machine or what, because I was told to go to the service counter. So that was weird. I'll see if I can find out to get back to the main hall, because I am still waiting on someone. There appears to be a second Dunkin', which is significantly less busy, that I actually might go to because I am in need of caffeine. We'll see. Okay, I figured out where I am. This is the main hall. So SEPTA just has a separate terminal, I guess. The goal today, if I can find one, I want a wall map of the SEPTA system to add to my set. They had a stand with like schedules and stuff, but I don't want the schedules. I want a map.
This isn't Washington.
This sure isn't Washington. One might say this is considerably north of Washington.
One might.
Considerably far east, if we're talking about the other one. So, good thing I had someone here who's familiar with Philadelphia Transit already, because I walked into the SEPTA half 30th Street and had everything completely backwards. The elevated trains I'm seeing outside, those aren't Market Frankfurt. You said those are the regional rail?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Market Frankfurt runs underground, and it isn't an in-station connection, which I thought that one would be. So my initial assumption was correct. And then my eyes were wrong. And then there's a good chance I just bought the wrong day pass. I'm up at the ticket machine. An employee is like very insistent on helping me, tells me to go over to the ticket counter. I say, day pass. They ask bus or train. I say, train. And then she gives me a key card. which hopefully is valid for everything. It's like an anywhere day flex pass.
If you had a regional rail pass, you should be somewhat okay.
Okay, I guess we'll see. So how does 30th Street Station rank? Let's take a look. Architecture. The main hall is great and the wings match this style. Well, at least the one wing that was accessible. The second wing was under construction, which is why Hudson, among other shops, was shuffled off into a series of haphazard shelves. Solid A tier. Access. The station is not in Center City, but it's not too far off. SEPTA services don't share platforms with Amtrak or NJ Transit, and there is no in-station connection to the Market Frankford line. It's off in its own little corner of Philadelphia, and it's not really close to much except for the University of Pennsylvania and Drexel University. C tier. Connections. 30th Street has connections to the Market Frankford line, Amtrak, SEPTA Regional Rail, NJ Transit, Intercity, and Intracity bus services. As far as connections go, it's very good, especially considering the sheer girth of SEPTA's regional rail system. A tier. Vibe. This station actually had really good vibes. There is actually seating, which is something Moynihan is missing and DC Union appears to be getting rid of. Hopefully that's just temporary because of renovations. And the bathrooms aren't blocked off by security, requiring proof of payment to use them, like in Denver. The station does have some rough patches, such as the dingy SEPTA terminal. A tier. Land use. Main train stations are a bit tough to rank on land use because they kind of have to be surrounded by a ton of railroad infrastructure, which takes up a lot of room, and 30th Street is no exception. The aforementioned complaints about it being kind of in the middle of nowhere stand true here as well. Unfortunately, the station is in a bit of an odd spot, with the Schuylkill River to the east and rail yards to the north blocking off a lot of that catchment area in the University of Pennsylvania and Drexel University to the south and west. While universities aren't the worst land use, and both of these campuses are well integrated into the city, it's not the best land use ever. The station itself seems to use its land pretty well, as it's not surrounded by a massive moat of parking, so there's that going for it. I'm gonna give it a B tier. Amenities. There's a ton of restaurants, free restrooms, shops, other transit modes, in-person ticketing services. It goes well beyond the minimum. There's even ATMs and an Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge, Wi-Fi, and a ton more that's closed due to construction. While I can't speak for certain about the closed-off areas, it seems the amenities are close to rivaling DC Union or Moynihan. A tier. Bicycle. I'm not super familiar with Philadelphia's bike infrastructure, but this area doesn't seem to be bad by any means. Right across the Schuylkill River is the Schuylkill River Trail, which seems to be a pretty good bike path to traverse long distances of the city. Most streets through University City have good bike lanes, as does much of Center City. Indigo, the city's bike sharing service, does have a presence here, but it's not a massive presence. A tier. Overall, I will be giving 30th Street Station a rank of A tier. While I think Miles in Transit definitely had a valid opinion, I would need to see more large train stations before I could call 30th Street America's best station. That's all I have today. My next video will be back here in DC, as I don't want to spam everyone with just Philadelphia content. But there will be more Philly content here soon. I have an absolute ton of footage to go through and many more stories to tell. If you don't want to miss part 2 where I explore the Market Frankford line, I think there's a red button below the video somewhere for that. What are your thoughts on 30th Street? Comment below or come join the conversation on Discord.